I am Johnny Paper.
We arrived in the blue camp to the resonant tones of the Blue Ray Ensemble echoing through the crystalline desert. At the entrance, we were bathed in waves of activation frequencies, like invisible chords, tuning our bodies and minds to the environment around us. Just as I was wondering why everybody was around these crystals, Arthur introduced himself. They're not gathering around the crystals, they're listening. These crystalline beings have the ability to speak to many at once, without ever overlapping. No distortion, no confusion, just perfect resonance. He guided me closer to one of the crystal beings, shimmered with living geometry, shifting like a breathing prism. This is what we call the crystalline moment of truth. Every soul that enters this space is experiencing this from their own world, their own time. But the truth calls us in similar ways, through sound. That is what these crystalline beings are for. He gestured toward one, its facets pulsing with translucent fire. When a soul is ready, the crystal reveals the truth they are most avoiding, or most ready to embody. But no two songs are ever the same. Though the Blue Ray Ensemble plays for all in the camp now, once in the crystalline moment of truth, each soul hears their own sacred melody, crafted by the geometry of their soul's pattern. Step in to hear your song. Towards a crystal. The others blurred. The desert faded. A chord struck deep in my chest. The crystal shimmered like it recognized me. Without a word, it sang. The music was not external. It emerged from me. Memories, longings, doubts. Everything unresolved rose to the surface and harmonized. I had the right to one question. I feel like it's too much information, or am I going nuts? I mean, why and how did the master talk to me? If you're all from another dimension, wait, even better, up to what extent is this happening in my mind? When I speak with the master, or with Kara, is it real? Crystal being replied, Beloved one, these masters reside in temples, so beautiful and majestic, it's hard to describe. Their vibration is extremely higher than on your planet Earth. And even though they are not limited to space and time, your dimension is. So they cannot stay there too long. When they go, but sometimes they do communicate with someone who might be on the right energy and in the right spot. Imagination is the echo of truth before it is born. The mind creates illusions. The heart recognizes reality. If you feel this in your core, it is not fantasy. It is memory. A brilliant wave of sound surged through the crystal, and my body vibrated in sacred disarray, dissolving, reforming, becoming whole. At the center of the camp, a formation of exceptional musicians stood poised, the Blue Ray Ensemble. Their instruments shimmered with crystalline elegance, as if grown from starlight and sacred will. I asked Arthur about those instruments. He said these are not of time, but of function. They look futuristic because they serve a future purpose, translating universal truths into sound. They are not for performance alone. These instruments are built from sacred geometry, capable of resonating higher laws. They don't entertain, they awaken. within us all. This wasn't a song, it was a blueprint, a harmonic rite that aligned our deepest self with what had always been true. And in that sound, I felt it. Not all music entertains. Some music remembers. But this one forgot, just enough to find its way back. At the final tone of the ensemble, a pulse struck every astral cell in me with perfect symmetry. A sacred gong drum, radiating gold light in every hit. Something told me the real lesson hadn't even begun. To be continued.